How's it going, folks? Hope you're all keeping well. So today's lesson, we are obviously still on the chapter of human interaction with the surface processes. Today we're going to focus in on glaciers, okay, and how glaciers have shaped the landscape around us, okay. First of all, what is a glacier? So a glacier is this thing here, okay. A glacier is a large block of moving ice, okay. Now, there are no glaciers in Ireland at the moment, okay, but glaciers have shaped the landscape in Ireland in a number of ways. Now, when was there glaciers in Ireland? Well, the last time there was glaciers in Ireland was during the last ice age, and that's about 100,000 years ago, okay? And as those glaciers move, as they slowly move, you know, these glaciers are massive, thick blocks of ice. Like some of these glaciers could be about 1 kilometer from bottom to top, okay? So they're very heavy and they can cause a lot of erosion. They can shape valleys and mountains. They can deposit stuff. They can deposit sand and gravel. And we're going to see how how glaciers have impacted the landscape around us and how we use this landscape to this day, okay? So, glacial landscapes are an important resource, okay? So glaciers have left behind lots of things that are useful to us. Even though the last glaciers in Ireland were here about 100,000 years ago, glaciers still provide lots of useful things, okay? So glacial landscapes are an important resource, and people have been attracted to them for centuries as ways of making a living, okay? So the first thing is glacial landscapes represent valuable agricultural land, okay? So guys, where there was a glacier, or where there used to be a glacier moving across the land, the effect of that glacier is that glacier will leave behind really, really fertile soil that's good for agriculture, okay? So whether grazing cattle or growing crops on rich, fertile boulder plains, glacial landscapes provide the means for people to grow food. So any land that once had a glacier on it will be really, really fertile land. Okay, so that's the first way glaciers help us, or glaciers, you know, in the past help us. Okay, now, glaciated valleys. Okay, so guys, if you look at this, there's a valley here. Okay. You know, there would have been a glacier moving across that maybe 100,000 years ago. And the weight of that glacier simply took out this whole area here and created like a V kind of shaped valley, okay? So that's another feature of valleys, glaciated valleys, a valley that's been formed or eroded by a glacier. So glaciated valleys are often covered in trees. Sometimes these simply act to prevent mass movement. Other times they contribute to the scenic value of a glacier valley, okay? So, for example, guys, mass movement, okay? So, you know, mass movement, a mudslide, soil creep. The roots of the trees in this valley here will prevent mass movement. They prevent a landslide or a mudslide or soil creep. They also contribute to the scenic value, okay? And why is this important? Well, this is very important for tourism, okay? So, for example, you go to Glendalough in County Wicklow, you've got lots of mountains with lots of nice trees on them, okay? So they add to the scenic value of the valley, okay? Now, glaciers. So we know glaciers leave behind fertile soil, they leave behind trees and valleys. What else do they leave behind? They leave behind valuable deposits of sand and gravel. Okay, so as a glacier moves along, guys, you know, it picks up bits of sand and gravel and then it'll drop it further down. Okay, and this sand and gravel, it will still be there to this day, and it's very useful to us as humans. Okay, so glaciers leave behind valuable deposits of sand and gravel. Moraines and eskers are a valuable resource for the building industry. Okay, so moraines and eskers, guys, are basically piles of sand and gravel that have been dropped by a glacier. So when a glacier melts, it might drop a big pile of sand and gravel in one place. Okay, and this sand and gravel then is used in the construction industry. Okay, so companies extract or take out these deposits of sand and gravel and transport them to customers for use in the construction industry. Okay, so that's our third impact of glaciers. When a glacier melts, it'll deposit anything it's carrying. Usually it carries sand and gravel. Okay, so the first thing is glaciers create good farmland. Second thing, glaciers leave behind trees in nice valleys, which, you know, is a big tourist attraction. It also reduces the chance of mass movement. Third thing, glaciers leave behind valuable deposits of sand and gravel, which are used for construction. Okay, now, so our fourth benefit of glacial landscapes. So glacial landscapes are beautiful scenic areas that attract tourists. Hill walking, mountain climbing, and in some countries skiing provide recreational opportunities for people looking for a holiday. Okay, so similar to our glaciers leaving behind trees in a valley, a glacier landscape, guys, a glacier can literally build mountains, it can erode mountains, it can create like lovely kind of tourist areas, like for example the Alps in Europe, okay, big massive chain of mountains that was shaped by glaciers during maybe the last ice age about 100,000 years ago, okay, and the effect of this is lots and lots of recreation for people, okay, so skiing, rock climbing, hill walking, all these kind of things. Okay, so there are four main things that glaciers give us. So they give us valuable fertile farmland, they provide trees and valleys which reduce the chance of mass movement, they provide sand and gravel for the construction industry, and they also provide a great tourist attraction with our skiing or hill walking.